Hello, I'm Stephen Leibowitz, the West Palm Beach and Miami movie examiner and Access contributor. I'm standing by from a call from Weird Al Yankovic, who should be coming in any moment now. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I got great questions lined up. Should be a great interview. Once he calls.
Al, you're on with Steven.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Very well, Al. Thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Okay. Al, I've been a fan of yours for well over 30 years. But my first live concert wasn't until the Poodle Hat Tour in Westbury, New York. One song you sang that night was Melanie. Aside from the staples, when you're planning a tour, how do you decide what songs to include and which ones not?
Well, it's always a little bit of a puzzle because obviously I have a finite amount of time on stage, and I want to feature a lot of songs from whatever the current album is, and I also want to play pretty much all of my hits and fan favorites, and I also want to throw in a few maybe deeper cuts like Melanie, just for the hardcore fans that maybe weren't expecting to hear that live in concert. I always try to make it a good blend of those three things, and do the hits, do the new stuff, and do a few surprises.
Okay. Before I saw Birdman or An Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance at the end of 2014, many of us saw the video The Tacky, which is presented as one long take, like that movie. Was that one of your biggest challenges as a director to make?
It was a challenge, but it wasn't really the most complex video I've ever done. It was probably the biggest challenge for a DP because he had to walk backwards through a 5-story building with a camera and not and always keep the protagonist in view and not be jerky, and that was probably more of a challenge for him. But that was the most fun video that I ever got to do because I got to work with amazing people like Jack Black and Kristen Shaw, Eric Stonestreet, Aisha Tyler, Margaret Cho, and they were so professional on their marks, and I think we did 6 takes of it, 3 or 4 of which were usable, and we just used the last take, and it was so fun. I kind of wish it would take us longer to shoot it because it was just such a blast.
Okay. You open the show with that song, too, and you present it in the same manner as one long take, as you're either somewhere in the bowels of the theater or outside. But sometimes, Al, you're in 3 different venues 3 nights in a row, 4 in a row starting this Friday at Lakeland, Florida. How do you get that planned out so well in so little time?
Well, I work with my lighting director who kind of maps out the route that I'm taking and figures out how long the chord needs to be to get me from spot A to spot B in X amount of time. So there's a little bit of math that goes into it. And sometimes I rehearse the walk before the show, and sometimes it's sort of a surprise to me. I'm just following the camera the whole time and hope that I'm being led to the stage.
Well, it's good to have trust. Now that your album contract is up, fans are wondering what you will do after the tour. Many are clamoring for a new Weird Al movie, and if that were to happen, I'd imagine you direct it. I'm going to change this question up a bit, though. You have directed other musicians' music videos. What are your thoughts of directing a feature-length comedy that was not a Weird Al movie?
I would be certainly open to that. I mean, nobody's been, no major studios have been banging down my door asking for me to make that a reality. But if I got the right offer, I think I'd probably jump at that because that sounds like it would be a welcome challenge. Okay,
cool. Speaking of movies, of course, there's always UHF, and it's something I've always wanted to share with you. Many years ago, Kevin McCarthy was down here for the Fort Lauderdale International Film Festival, and I got to interview him. This was less than a year before he died. He wasn't in the best of shape then. He was confined to a wheelchair, and at one point in my interview, he actually forgotten where he was. But right after that, I asked him to share his thoughts of working with you and UHF, and Al, the man lit up. He stood up in his chair and just said, "That was a good one. He was funny, I was funny, we were funny, and it turned out to be a funny movie."
I love Kevin. He's just the sweetest man in the world. That really made me happy to hear you say that. He was just the best. I went to his memorial after his passing, and there was all this UHF memorabilia there. And the people that were close to him made a point of telling me how much he loved being in that movie, which just meant the world to me.
Okay. There's also talk of a Creed 2 possibly coming out in 2017, which would be the equivalent of Rocky 8. That means a song you put out in 1984 may have predicted the future 33 years beforehand. So since we have discovered you have this power, can you give me some Powerball numbers to use in 2049?
If I could hear the end of that.
I'm saying since you put out a song in 84 that predicted the future 33 years before it happened. So I'm wondering if you can give me some Powerball numbers to use in 2049.
Sure. 27, 14, 3, 6, 18, and 7.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I'm going to take one quick serious turn for a moment. A number of entertainers who were scheduled to do shows in North Carolina have canceled those dates after the state passed its controversial HB2 bill. You put on your Facebook page early this week that you were going to honor your dates, and the response has been overwhelmingly positive. I, too, think it's a great decision. Can you share what was behind the making that decision, and for those who don't have access to your Facebook page, what you'll be doing with your personal fee for that show in Greensboro on June 18th?
It was a tough call because, a lot of people were canceling their shows there, and I hate to cancel shows because I'm a real the show must go on kind of guy.
Oh, yes.
But it was a hard decision, and ultimately, after talking with a lot of people, I basically came to the decision that I was going to honor my contractual agreements with the promoters in North Carolina. I was going to play the shows because I didn't want to punish the fans. That was first and foremost. I didn't want to disappoint the fans because I kind of feel that most of my fans probably agree with me that that's an unfair and discriminatory law. I decided to donate my personal proceeds from the Greensboro show to the Human Rights Campaign. My manager and we all donated our fees. I just felt like it was the right thing to do, and I thought I'd get a little bit of pushback from it, and I did, but I think the overwhelming response from the fans has been positive.
It has been. Two big Weird Al events took place last week on June 3rd. The Mandatory Tour kicked off again in St. Petersburg, and Comedy Bang Bang had its new season premiere on IFC. How did you end up on the show, and how did you wind up as a band leader this season?
Well, I've been a fan of the show for a long time, and I've been friends with Scott Ackerman for a long time, and the timing just worked out. Kid Cudi determined that he wouldn't be able to continue with the show because of his touring commitments, and Scott Ackerman sent me an email the day after my 5-month tour wound up last year, asking me if I'd be the band leader. And it's not often that I get asked to be the co-star of one of my all-time favorite shows, so I immediately said yes. And I've had a great time working on the show this season.
Okay. At the end of each concert, Al, you'll, of course, give the credit to all your band members, Jim, Steve, John, Ruben. But I would like to see if I can get one more person credit who's involved with the show, if you like. He's an elderly gentleman with a beard. He has many parts throughout the show. Some titles can include harmonica holder or cape draper. Who is this person?
His nickname is Hawkeye, but his given name is Richard Henriksen. And he's our stage manager, and he's been with us for a very long time. He's worked with a lot of people in his life. He used to work for Prince, oddly enough. But he's been part of our organization off and on for decades at this point, I think. And he's a wonderful guy, and he does great work, and he doesn't mind being the butt of jokes.
Cool. Al, what do you love most about performing live?
Well, just the interaction with the fans. I mean, that's the only part of my job where I get that kind of immediate gratification. I mean, I love doing the recordings and the videos and TV and movie appearances, but you don't have thousands of people screaming in your face when you're doing that usually. So that's it. It's the adrenaline. It's the thrill of having people, reacting to what you're doing on stage.
Right, and you always.
Sorry, Steve. Time for one more, hon.
Okay. Then I'll ask Al. Then I'll end with this. Al, why is it mandatory people attend this tour?
It's right in the name. I mean, you can't argue with that. I mean, the reason that we're doing it again this year is because I think a lot of people just weren't familiar with the definition. But it means you have to go. There's no choice in the matter. You must attend. It's mandatory.
I agree. I saw the West Palm Beach show. It was awesome. You were great. Thank you so much for taking the time, Al. Like I said, this is a great thrill for me.
My pleasure. Thank you, Steve. Take care, man.
You too, Al. Bye-bye. And Kim.
Goodbye.
Bye.